Welcome to all. I am Saranya, Department of Business Administration. In this section, we are going to see forms of business organization. The term business organization refers to how a business structure if refers to a commercial or industrial enterprise and the people who constitute it. A business enterprise is an institutional arrangement to form a business activity. There are many types of business organization: sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family, partnership firm, joint stock company, private limited, public limited, cooperative society. Sole proprietorship. It means business owned, financed, and controlled by a single person who is recipient of all profits and bearer of all risk. It is suitable in areas of personalized service like beauty parlor, haircutting salon, and small-scale activities like retail shop. Features of sole proprietorship. Single ownership. It is wholly owned by one individual. Control. Sole proprietor has full power of decision making. No separate legal entity. Legally, there is no difference between business and businessmen. Unlimited liability. The liability of owner is unlimited in case the assets of business are not sufficient to meet its debts. The personal property of owner can be used for paying debts. No legal formalities. Not required to start, manage and dissolve such business organization. Sole risk bearer and profit recipient. He bears the complete risk and there is nobody to share profit and loss with. Merits of sole proprietorship. Easy to start and close. It can be easily started and closed without any legal formalities. Quick decision making. As a sole trader is not required to consult or inform anybody about his decision. Sense of accomplishment. There is no sense of personal satisfaction. Unlimited liability. The liability of owner is unlimited in case the assets of business are not sufficient to meet the debts. The personal property of owner can be used for paying debts. No legal formalities. There are required to start, manage and dissolve such business organization. Sole risk bearer and profit recipient. He beareth the complete risk and there is nobody to share profit and loss with him. Limitations of sole proprietorship. Limited financial resources. Funds are limited to owner's personal savings and his borrowing capacity. Limited managerial ability. Sole trader cannot be good in all aspects of business and he can afford to employ expert also. Unlimited liability. Of course, sole trader compels him to avoid risk and bold business decisions. Uncertain life. Death, insolvency, lunacy, or illness of a proprietor affects the business and can lead to its closure. Limited scope for expansion. Due to limited capital and managerial skills, it can be expanded to a large scale. Joint Hindu family business. It is owned by the member of undivided joint Hindu family and managed by the eldest member of the family known as Karta. It is governed by the provisions of the Hindu law. The basis of membership is birth in a particular family. Features of joint Hindu family business. Formation. For a joint Hindu family business, there should be at least two members in the family and some ancestral property to be inherited by them. Membership by birth. There are two systems which govern membership. Dept system. It provides in West Bengal and allows both male and female members to co-personers. Mitakshara system. It provides all over India except West Bengal and allow only male members to be the co-persons. Liability. Liability of Karta is unlimited but of all other members is limited to be extent of the sharing property. Continuity. The business is not affected by death or incapacity of Karta. In such cases, the next senior male members become Karta. Minor members. A minor can become full-fledged members of family business. Merits of joint Hindu family. Effective control. The Karta can promptly take decision as he has the absolute decision making power. Continued business existence. The death, leniency of Karta will not affect the business as next eldest member will then take up the position. Limited liability. The liability of all members except Karta is limited. It gives them a relief. Secrecy. Complete secrecy regarding business decisions can be maintained by Karta. Loyalty and cooperation. It helps in securing better cooperation and greater loyalty from all the members who run the business. Limitations of joint Hindu family business. Limited capital. There is shortage of capital as it is limited to the ancestral property. Unlimited liability of Karta. It makes him less enterprising. Dominance of Karta. Karta manage the business and sometimes he ignores the valuable advice of other members. These may cause us conflict among the members and may lead to breakdown of the family limit. Hasty decision. As Karta is overburdened with work, he may take hasty and unbalanced decision. Limited managerial skills of Karta. It also poses a serious problem. The joint Hindu family business on decline because of diminishing number of joint Hindu families in the country. Partnership. Partnership is a voluntary association of two or more persons who agree to carry on some business jointly and share its profit and loss. Features of partnership. Two or more persons. There must be at least two persons to form a partnership. The maximum number of persons is 10 in banking business and 20 in non-banking business. Agreement. It is an outcome of an agreement among partners which may be oral or in writing. Lawful business. It can be formed only for the purpose of carrying on some lawful business. Decision making and control. Every partner has a right to participate in management and decision making of the organization. Unlimited liability. Partners have unlimited liability. Mutual agency. Every partner is an implied agent of the other partners and of the firm. Every partner is liable for act performed by other partners on behalf of them. Lack of continuity. Firm existence is affected by the death, lunacy and insolvency of any of its partner. It suffers from lack of continuity. Merits of partnership. Easy of formation and closure. It can be easily formed. Only an agreement among partners is required. Larger financial resources. There are more funds as capital is contributed by a number of partners. Balanced decisions. As decisions are taken jointly by partners after consulting each other's. Sharing of risk. Risk get disturbed among partners which reduced burden and stress on individual partner. Secrecy. Secrecy can be easily maintained about business affairs as they are not required to publish their accounts or to file any report of the government. Limitation of partnership. Limited resources. There is a restriction on the number of partners and hence capital contributed by them is also limited. Unlimited liability. The liability of partners is unlimited and they are liable individually as well as jointly. It may prove to be a big drawback for those partners who have greater the personal wealth. They will have to repay the entire debt in case the other partners are unable to do so. Lack of continuity. Partnership comes to an end with the death, retirement, insolvency or lunacy of any of its partners. Lack of public confidence. Partnership firms are not required to publish their reports and accounts. Thus, they lack public confidence. Types of partnership. Classification on the basis of durations. Partnership at will. This type of partnership exists at the will of partners. Particular partnership. This type partnership is formed for a specified June period to accomplish in a particular period, that is consolidation of building. Classification on the basis of liability. General partnership. This liability of partners is limited and joint. Registration of firm is optional. Limited partnership. The liability of at least one partner is unlimited, whereas the other partners may have limited. Registration of firm is compulsory. Partnership deed. The written agreement on a stamped paper which specifies the term and conditions of partnership. It generally includes the following aspects, that is name of the firm, location or address of the firm, duration of business, investment made by each partner, profit sharing ratio of the partners, terms relating to salaries, drawing, interest on capital and interest on drawing of partners, duties and obligations of partners, terms governing admission, retirement, exclusion of a partner, preparation on of accounts and the auditing, methods of solving dispute. These are partnership deed. Deed. Registration of partnership. Registration is not compulsory, it is optional, but it is always beneficial to get the firm registered. The consequence of non-registration of the firm are also follows. A partner of unregistered firm cannot file suit against the firm or the partner. The firm cannot file a suit against third party. The firm cannot file a case against its partner. Cooperative society. A cooperative society is a voluntary association of persons of moderate means who unite together to protect and promote their common economic interest. Features of cooperative society. Voluntary association. Everyone having a common interest is free to join a cooperative society and can also leave the society after giving proper notice. Legal status. Registration is compulsory and it gives separate legal identity. Limited liability. The liability of the member is limited to extent of the capital contribution in the society. Democratic control. Management and control lies with managing committee elected by the members by giving one vote. Every member has one vote respective of the number of shares held by him. Service motive. The main aim is to serve its members and not to maximize the profit borne by government rules. They have to be tied by the rules and regulation framed by government for them. Merits of cooperative society. Exercise of formation. It can be started with minimum of 10 members. Registration is also easy as it requires very few legal formations. Limited liability. The liability of members is limited to the extent of the capital contribution. Stable existence. Due to registration, it is separate legal entity and is not affected by death, luxury or insolvency of any of its members. Economy in operation. Due to elimination of middlemen and voluntary services provided by its members. Government support. Government provides support by giving loans at lower interest rate, subsidized and by charging less tax. Social utility. It promotes personal liberty, social justice and mutual cooperation. They help to prevent concentration of economic power in few hands. Limitations of cooperative society. Shortage of capital. It means suffer from shortage of capital as it is usually formed by people with limited, inefficient management. Cooperative society is managed by elected members who may not be competent and experienced. Moreover, it cannot afford to employ expert and experienced people at high salaries. Lack of motivation. Members are not inclined to put their best efforts as there is no direct link between efforts and reward. Lack of secrecy. Its affairs are openly discussed in its meaning, which make it difficult to maintain the secrecy. Excessive government control. It suffers from excessive rules and regulations of the government. It has to get its accounts audited by the auditors and has to submit a copy of its accounts to register. Types of cooperative society. Consumers cooperative society. It formed to protect the interest of consumers. It seeks to eliminate middlemen by establishing a direct link with the producers. It purchases goods of daily consumption directly from manufacturer or wholesaler and sells them to the members at reasonable price. Producers Cooperative Society. The main aim is to help small producers who cannot easily collect various items of production and face some problems marketing. These societies purchase raw materials, tools, equipments and other items in large quantity and provide these things to their members at reasonable price. Marketing Cooperative Society. These perform various marketing functions such as transportation, warehousing, packaging, grading, marketing research, etc. at the benefits of its members. The production of different members is pooled together and sold by society at good price. Forms cooperative society. In such societies, small farmers join together and pool their resource for cultivating their land collectively. Such societies provide better quality seeds, machinery and other modern techniques for use in the cultivation of crops. It provides them opportunity of cultivation on large scales. Cooperative housing societies. The main aim is to provide houses to people with limited means income at reasonable price. Joint stock company. It means voluntary association of person for profit having a capital divided into transferable shares, the ownership of which is the condition of membership. Features of joint stock company. Incorporated association. The company must be incorporated or registered. Tender the Companies Act 1956. Without registration, no company can come into existence. Separate legal existence. It is created by law and it is legal entity independent of its members. It can own property, enter into contracts, can file suits in its own name. Perpetual existence, death, insolvency and insanity or change of members has no effect on the life of the company. It can come to an end only through the prescribed legal procedure. Limited liability. The liability of every member is limited to the nominal value of the shares bought by him or to the amount guaranteed by him. Transferability of shares. Shares of public company are easily transferable, but there are certain restrictions on transfer of shares of private company. Common seal. It is the official signature of the companies and it's affixed on all important documents of company. Separation of ownership and control. Management of company is in hands of elected representative of shareholders known individually as director and collectively as board of directors. Merits of joint stock company. Limited liability. Limited liability of shareholders reduce the degree of risk borne by him. Transfer of interest. Easily transferability of shares increase the attractiveness of shares for investment. Perpetual existence. Existence of a company is not affected by the death, insanity, insolvency of members or change of membership. Company can be liquidated only as per the provisions of Companies Act. Scope for expansion. A company can collect huge amount of capital from unlimited number of members who are ready to invest because of limited liability, easy transferability, and chance of high return. Professional management. A company can afford to employ highly qualified experts in different areas of business management. Limitations of joint stock company. Legal formalities. The procedure of formation of company is very long, time consuming, expensive and requires lot of legal formalities to be fulfilled. Lack of secrecy. It is very difficult to maintain secrecy in case of public company, as company is required to publish and file its annual accounts and reports. Lack of motivation. Divorce between ownership and control and absence of a direct link between efforts and rewards lead to lack of personal interest and incentive. Delay in decision making. Red tapeism and bureaucracy do not permit quick decision and prompt action. Types of companies. On the basis of ownership, company can be divided into two categories. Private company limited. It has minimum 2 members and maximum 50. Public company limited. It has minimum 7 and maximum unlimited. Choice of forms of business organization. Cost and easy in setting up the organization. Sole proprietorship is least expensive and can be formed without any legal formalities to be fulfilled. Company is also expensive with lot of legal formalities. Capital consideration. Business requiring less amount of finance prefer sole proprietorship and partnership firm, whereas business activities requiring huge financial prefer company form. Nature of business. If the work requires personal attention such as tailoring unit, cutting salon, it is generally set up as sole proprietorship. Unit engaged in large-scale manufacturing are more likely to be organized in company form. Degree of control desired. A person who desires full and exclusive control over business prefer proprietorship rather than partnership or company because control has to be shared in this case. Liability or degree of risk. Projects which are not very risky can be organized in the forms of sole proprietorship, partnership, whereas the risky venture should be done in the company form of organization because the liability of shareholder is limited. Thank you.